What's up, kid?
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I'm Haley.
Yeah, you were a little girl when I saw you. What's up?
How you feel, basketball, man? I'm doing great.
Doing?
Back in the 80s, my dad started his career alongside a few famous people. One of those relationships I remember from growing up was one that my dad had with five-time NBA champion Magic Johnson. So you, I think, were a rookie in '79, and there was this up-and-coming basketball player. I have a picture of him, and I'd like you to flip it over and see if you recognize that guy.
I didn't know this. Right, I didn't know you play hoop at USC.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I
Were you good?
I couldn't shoot free throws, but I could play a little D.
Yeah.
And I could dish it, and I wanted to dish it like you.
You guys did kind of know each other a little bit in the 80s. Did you guys watch each other, and what did you guys learn from each other, if you learned anything?
It's hard to, first of all, find two athletes in different sports who were as cool and be friends like we were, and that we could learn from each other. So we both admired each other. We watched each other play.
Yeah, it's interesting how many parallels you guys both have, because you both won big championships your rookie year. What's the difference in your mentality and how you show up?
You know, you really don't enjoy winning.
Think about that, what you just said.
Yeah, because you don't really have time to enjoy it because you're so busy trying to do it again.
Did you feel like that too?
Oh, yeah. You only have one thought in mind. You're not thinking that you're going to win the division. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
After we won the first one in '81, the strike season was '82.
A strike-shortened year. We didn't make the playoffs, lost the last game of the season.
When you were faced with loss, how did you recover from that? How did you move forward? And
Well, I can tell you, the hardest loss is the loss, and you know that that's the last games. And we had the hardest loss in playing the Redskins in that championship game.
One more quarter to go. Washington 21, San Francisco nothing. For the right to go to Super Bowl 18.
I remember they were down, came back and busted. We were sitting there, all of a sudden, it was boom, 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 boom.
You see Ronnie Lott come flying in, that's the way it has to be played.
We had to have Joe's back. If we got the ball back to Joe two more times in the fourth quarter, it's over.
Montana back to throw. Going deep, Freddie Solomon beats Darryl Green and gets the touchdown. And the 49ers are right back in it. This is a fantastic thing what they're doing here. San Francisco and Washington tied up at 21, 2 minutes left to play. 3rd and 5 for Washington.
Back is Theismann, lofts it into the air for Garrett in the end zone, knocked away beautifully. Another flag.
Holding, number 42, defense, automatic first down.
The play was to the other side. Ronnie just turned around and touched it.
I don't know, that's awfully close to be calling that a hold.
To this day, I still say that it wasn't a holding call.
And that's what got him down there to kick what would be the winning points.
It really bothered him, and it bothered everybody. But he wanted to kill somebody.
Ronnie Lott, really upset.
Toughest loss I've ever had. Being on the other side, looking across the field, knowing that what you worked for since August is being taken away from you is the hardest thing to swallow. And you got to chew on that taste of losing. And when you lose that game, it's two things that you do. One, you're mad at yourself because you couldn't get it done. But then you realize that you got to get back in the gym, and you realize that you got to get back to work.
Yeah, because I think that, to his point, is that when we lost to the Celtics in '84, especially against my rival, Larry Bird, and I still hate him right now, you carry that with you, and you make sure your teammates understand it, too. When, okay, you look at them celebrating, but next year, we're going to be hoisting that trophy.
You could just feel it every week, every day. You would just sit there and you would realize that you got to find a way to get back to the top of the mountain.
The next season, Ronnie Lott played like a man possessed every time he went onto the field.
It consumes you to the point where people don't understand why you want this so bad.
See, we both played the game with passion. Ronnie with a big hit, a big interception. He was into it. Our teammates followed us. It was no way they were gonna say, oh, they're driving us too much, because that's who we are. See, when you signed up for the 49ers, you signed up to be led by this man. You signed up for the Lakers, you know what you signed up for.
That leadership brought the 49ers to another Super Bowl, where they faced the league's MVP, Dan Marino.
Danny had an unbelievable season. He set a touchdown record, and I think the challenge that Ronnie saw was being aggressive.
We felt that we could be physical with them, and we were able to shut them down. That defense in 1984 was probably the best defense I've ever been associated with. In the biggest game, we literally shut down the best quarterback in the National Football League.
And Ronnie, the mindset was aggression on their wide receivers, which was really who Ronnie was at his core anyway. No matter what that receiver was or is, that was his approach. Hit him in the mouth.
I love everything about your father, because winners play the game the right way. Fierce competitors. And that's why people love him and admired him, but also feared him. Your father, he set the standard for DB safeties. I mean, there'll never be nobody like him.